La 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 la. Warm it up. Hi, it's Scola and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a physique update. That's why I have my bikini on underneath, because we're going to be showing it all off. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I want to do a physique update today just to kind of mark where I am at right now, because these are so useful for me and I'm constantly preaching that you guys should take progress pictures over anything when it comes to any kind of transformation that you're going through with your body, just because it helps to really level you out and in so many ways just grounds you. And I feel like these are so useful for me because it's not that I have body dysmorphia as such. I don't know what you could call it, just because when I look at my body in the moment, I always feel like I need to do a lot more work. Like, I don't feel negatively about my body, and I know what it feels like to cry in front of the mirror and want to actually die. I know that feeling, and I'm not back at that feeling. Like, I don't think I will ever get back to that feeling. Like, it would take a lot to get me back to that very dark time. Basically, I always look at my body and I'm always like, maybe you could work on this and you could work on that. I do have days where I feel like really fabulous and luscious about my body, but like there are still days where I'm just like, oh, I need to work on this and that. But what I find is I always look back on pictures, I always look back on videos and say, wow, Scola, you are actually in really good shape. Like, what were you talking about? What were you thinking about in that moment that made you feel like you weren't good enough? So I wanted to highlight a few times where I felt like my body wasn't at its best, and now that I look back at it, I'm like, okay, it's actually not too bad at all. So for example, last year's progress update that I did, that's the last one I did, I think, like a full video about like my progress. Yeah, this is what I looked like at the time, and at the time I felt like I needed to do a lot more work, but now that I look at it, I'm like, okay, you were actually in really good shape. Yes, of course you wanted to get leaner, but you're already kind of lean. Another time was when I went on holiday to my first kind of like bikini holiday, and that was in Morocco last year with my family. I think it was like May of last year, I believe. And at the time, again, I was on holiday, but I just felt like I wasn't really where I wanted to be. I still rocked a bikini, still didn't care, which was a lot for me because a bikini is one of those things that used to terrify me, and I never thought I'd actually get into a bikini in public. I feel more comfortable in a bikini setting. Like, everyone's in their bikinis, everyone's in their swimwear, there's so many different body types. I honestly didn't feel insecure as such, but I did feel like, oh, I could have put in a lot more work. But then now I look at the pictures and I'm like, what were you so like worried about, if that makes sense? And then here's a real kicker. This picture is one of my most liked pictures on Instagram. Like, literally people love this picture. And I remember taking this, and it was like the summer of 2013, I believe, which is probably the last time I was at my happiest and at my best fitness wise and everything wise. This is when I was like just at my peak before, I guess, hypothyroidism really just like crashed me to the ground. And again, I remember feeling like could have put in a bit more work and stuff like that, but then now that I look at it and I'm just like, you were so lean, Scola, you haven't been that lean in a very long time. So it just goes to show that, like, I like doing these progress updates because it always helps to kind of really get me to calm down, especially in this moment. I'm looking at my body and I'm like not too happy with it, but then I'm always like, Scola, you know, in a couple months you're gonna look back at this picture and gonna look back at this body and you're just gonna be like, wow, you're actually not too bad. So I think that's mainly why I like to do these progress updates. I'm in a whole entirely new body. That's what it feels like. The rate at which I lose weight and gain weight is completely different. The way my body works, my energy levels, my mental state, everything has changed so much, and I think it's just getting used to it. So it's been tricky, but I'm really just trying to get through it, and I feel like this week has been quite a good week for that. And the reason I wanted to do this progress update today is because at the end of April I do have a few photo shoots and they're fitness themed. Pressure is a little bit on. I just want to look a little bit leaner. As I always say, Scola always wants to be a little bit leaner, a little bit leaner, a little bit leaner, but I think that's just part of being human. You always want to be better than you are now, and I think that's a positive thing, really, as long as you're not in a negative mindset. And I'm really not in a negative mindset. Like I said, I know what it feels like to be at a dark place. I know what it feels like to actually hate your body so much you wish you could peel the actual skin off your body. That I know that feeling. So I know what I'm doing now isn't harmful to me or anything. It's literally just like a fun little challenge. It's just a hobby that I like to do. It's really bizarre. Like some people like to paint, some people like to do, I don't know, play guitars. I don't know. I like to challenge my body physically and mentally to do things and look a certain way. I guess everyone has a different hobby they enjoy, and this is one of my hobbies that I've enjoyed since I started losing weight. But anyway guys, I've probably been rambling on and on for long enough now, and you guys are probably just like, Scola, let's see the physique update now. So one thing that's not as accurate is that I'm sorry, this is like TMI, but it was that time of the month. Well, it is kind of like towards the end of it. So my physique isn't 100% at where it would be usually, just simply because of the bloating. I just generally, over the week that it is that time of the month, I'm just a little bit more bloated. And then like once it calms down, like I'm a lot leaner in that area. Okay, so yeah, this is what my physique looks like at the moment. Again, honestly, I don't have much negativity towards my body. Like, I'm not hating on it or anything like that at all. I just like the challenge of, you know, trying different things. So what I'd say about my body at the moment is I'm pretty happy with everything. It's literally just about getting me back to where I was before. It's not about getting myself to a new level as such, because I just appreciate that there was a time when my body was at a place where I could have been really happy about it. Oh, my lower body. I love my quads, always have. I just love that my quads will always be just super prominent and just pop, and it's like pure muscle. But I would also love just to tone up my hamstrings, like my hamstrings, the back area, my glutes. I really want to just get a really round, plump, tight look. Hi guys! So, okay, I was just filming my actual physique update, and I just wanted to put this in. I totally forgot to talk about it in the video when I was filming. But anyway, one thing I wanted to point out is the weight I'm at right now is technically considered like overweight according to the BMI scale. Obviously this is very outdated in terms of like body fat percentage. I doubt I am considered overweight or an unhealthy weight. I haven't done that yet. Hopefully I'll get to do that at the gym. I wanted to quickly just say one thing is the weight I'm at right now is considered overweight according to the BMI scale. Not many people really believe in using it as it's quite outdated, though I still think it's really good. Like, say if you've never done exercise before, you're a complete beginner. For me, I feel like it really helped me in the beginning of my journey, because I wouldn't have known roughly where to try to aim to in order to lose weight. So I feel like the BMI scale kind of helped me in that respect. When I first started losing weight and I was at the weight I am now, I was a completely different size. So I'm gonna do a side by side of the two weights that are exactly the same but at completely different stages of fitness. So I just wanted to put those in because I feel like it's really important just to point out that sometimes what the scale says isn't so important. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now, guys. Make sure you comment down below and let me know how you guys are getting on. Let me know what you're struggling with, what you're enjoying about your health and fitness journeys. I really want to know how you guys are doing, so make sure you comment down below. Also, let me know how you're doing with the Breaking Barriers challenge. I mean, let's just all have a little bit of a discussion down below. I'll be replying to all comments as soon as I upload this, so do make sure you have a chat with me. But anyway guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, make sure you click that subscribe button. Make sure you join the family. If you watched this far, then I guess you kind of want to. Make sure you check in for Motivation Monday this Monday. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay healthy, stay luscious, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye! Question. Something fun. How was your first kiss? I think I've already told this story in a video before, so I thought it'd be a little bit funner if we went into my diary from when I was younger to see if we can find anything juicy. So